So, our first question is, what are examples of important items to update before selling a law practice? Great. So, there's really three in particular that we can recommend in terms of important updates. There's other updates as well, but here are three to really be thinking about. Two of them relate to what it is that you have as a law firm owner, and the third one relates to front facing to potential buyers. So that first update that we really recommend in terms of what do you have is where's the money? That is, how do the revenues come into your firm per your practice areas? And we recommend looking at that where's the money coming from question over the course of the last 3 calendar years. So, what we recommend to our clients often is, let's say, pick your top four practice areas and identify how much revenues are coming into the firm over a 3 year period per each of those practice areas. Then you're able to know and determine, okay, what percentage of revenues are coming in per each of those practice areas. And that really helps attorneys that are thinking about selling their law practices to understand what it is that you have. It can be really interesting, we find, in terms of you could very well have more matters in certain practice areas and derive less revenue from those practice areas. So, just as an example, we work with estate planning attorneys, and we'll find with estate planning attorneys, they may have more matters in a given year that comes in from estate planning, but higher revenues when it comes to their probate and trust administration or the elder law part of their practice. So, that first update is know what you have from a revenue standpoint. What are your top performing practice areas and what percentage of revenues derive from those top practice areas? The second important update is your client list. And this also super important in terms of what it is that you have. Because let's also think about what is it that you're selling? What is it that a buying growing firm wants from a senior attorney led firm? They want your clients and they want your referral source list. Well, then who are your clients? Right? Every year you go in and out of your law practice and you're bringing in new clients, but you may not actually have a handle on who are your clients, who are your referral sources. So, really important when you're thinking about selling your law firm is to update the addresses, the email addresses, and more important in today's digital age and texting age is what are the cell phone numbers of your clients. As a bonus, when it comes to collecting the client data information on your from your client list, is to try to connect with as many of your clients on LinkedIn, because that's going to help you in the future in terms of keeping in touch with clients, not only via email, but many lawyers with their clients today are sharing information with them over LinkedIn. And that third update to perform and really to do as you're considering selling your law firm is going to be front facing to potential buyers. That is to update your website and to also update your LinkedIn profile. Now, that does not mean a total do-over. Really means a refresh, a touching up, but super important when it comes to your website in particular. Please refresh the pictures. It's actually fun, okay, to do a photo shoot with your staff, other lawyers in the office, and get new photos up there. It's fresh, it's new, and actually can be exciting, and it looks great when people are looking at your website and seeing the picture of you as you look now as compared to, let's say, how you looked 10 or 15 plus years ago. Also important to add new content, and probably just as important to remove stale content, right? Like, I visit a lot of websites. I mean, we all do. And when you go on a law firm's website and you see an article that was written in 2004, well, I'm sure that was really interesting in 2004, but like when we're doing this video today, it's 2024. So if there is stale content on the website, please consider removing that stale content. Second, front facing, also very important, is your LinkedIn profile. This does not take much time, but I can tell you that when any growing law firm is going to be looking at a senior attorney led firm, they're going to look at your website and then they're going to look at your LinkedIn profile. So, similarly important for your LinkedIn profile to please update the picture, update your bio, and then also try to connect with at least 500 other professionals. That sounds like a daunting number, but it's really not that difficult. If you think of your book of business, think of all the professionals, the clients that you know, even friends of yours. Okay, when people look at LinkedIn and they see someone has 57 connections, 122 connections, once you have 500 connections, it really looks like, wow, you are an active person, you're an active professional, and it's really not that hard to achieve the 500 connections when you're updating LinkedIn as you're making these important updates before selling your law firm.